It was 1998. Actually, it would have been 19, it was 19 years on the 22nd, just a couple of days ago. When I was 30 years old, I found out that my dad had polycystic kidney failure, and I realized I had inherited also, and actually thought that I was going to die in about 15 years because they said that, you know, at the age of 45, it just doesn't last. You know, if you have to have a transplant, it doesn't last or your kidneys will fail. So I was a little bit skeptical about it. I was very negative. I got a little depressed because my dad was really going through a lot of problems. But his was because he hadn't followed the procedure. He didn't go to the doctor. He had lost sight in one eye. So there were a lot of problems because of his lack of taking care of himself. But I was determined not to be that way.
Well, you know, I couldn't give you the details of that day, the moment I found out that Mom got the call. I know I just graduated high school. It was 1998. It was in June, so I was just turning 18. And, you know, just life was kind of going in a million different directions. You know, my personal life, I didn't really know how to, you know, I didn't really know how to handle the idea that Mom was maybe going to go on dialysis. And that she'd been waiting so long, and that Grandpa had passed before I even really got to know him that well from him, the same thing. So that moment when we found out, it was just time stopped, and we were just all waiting and hoping that she was going to be the best match, and you know, it turned out that she was. So it was really awesome.
So when 19, diagnosed with polycystic kidney disease. As my brother said, my grandfather passed away. My mom had her transplant, and having the disease, I just knew that eventually I was going to need it. So it was just something that I was just waiting to happen, and I actually wasn't scared. I thought I'd be scared. I just knew I needed it. So I was actually excited. Sad to say, but I was excited to hear that I was getting a transplant. Every news I got was like the best news ever. I am 40 years old. I was diagnosed when I was 19, so we're looking at about 21 years of me knowing that I had polycystic. And I've just been trying to do my best to stay healthy so when the day happened that I was able to do it.
As a mother, you know, we always wanted to do the best for our kids and protect them, not to give them an illness. I felt a little bit guilty because they got it from me, but I knew that there's nothing I could do about it because it was inherited. So I also knew because I had survived it and they had seen me go through it, that they would be okay. Knowing that Monique needed it, it was a little mind-boggling because there were other issues that she was dealing with also. But I knew she was a strong person. And then Nicholas decided to be a donor. That really blew my mind too, because I was thinking, what if he had to have a transplant? But because of his giving nature and he was determined, then I had to be strong for them. And I decided that's what I was going to do.
Just knowing that he was going to give his life, I mean, something selfless, really touched me.
I mean, if it's your loved one, and if you can, you know, help someone that you care about, whether it's your family or your friend or even your enemy, it doesn't matter. If you can help save a life, do it. I mean, we have two organs that do the same thing. And I'm speaking about kidneys especially. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you have one and you're healthy, and it's another also, you know, reason, or I mean, it's an excuse to just live a healthy lifestyle. I now will have to make sure that I make the right choices to live a long life. I was doing that anyway, but maybe not as much as I probably could have or should have. But now that I know that it's, you know, it's the rest of my life, that I'm going to make sure that that one kidney is doing its job, and I'm making all the other decisions to let my body work without fighting against, you know, poor choices. I mean, why wouldn't you?
I was really before I started crying, I was really just excited, knowing that I can go back to the way I was. I did not want to be on dialysis, and maybe that's the thing. I was scared. And having my brother do this for me really helped me live my dream of being normal and not having to go through the things I've seen people go through. It really just touched my heart. He's so selfless. And to know that he just did it without even hesitating makes me love him more than I ever have.
I mean, from the moment I woke up to feeling like I need to go to the restroom, to being kind of, you know, a little discombobulated, thinking about, is Monique okay? Because I knew that before I went in that she would be in surgery while I was in recovery. you know, getting into my room, having my wife there, and then knowing that all my family, friends, loved ones were all like waiting and just supporting each other, it made, you know, any bit of pain that I had, you know, I could deal with it.
I just feel blessed. We had great family support. It's just, you just don't know how people are going to open up their hearts to you. The jobs will step in. The family's going to be there when you need them. So prayers are really important. But stay healthy. I think it's really important to stay healthy. Okay. Thank you.